How you doing? Conte reporting live from New York City. New York City closed for business. Wow. Wow. How much do you think tourists would pay to see New York like this? It's shocking, devastating. Look at some of the new art. You want to see some of the new art coming up? Mask art. It's fashionable to have a mask. Is that what it's saying? I wear a mask wherever I go. I want to protect myself and my friends. Masks are so sexy. Who's this guy? I fucking hate masks. I hate fucking masks. That's why my nose is out. I hate a fucking mask. I think that's what they're thinking. What do you think? What's up, everybody? Give me a heads up if we're here. If you're here, if we're live. Give me a comment if we're live. Say hello. Say hello, bro. Say hello. We're going to talk about censorship in America today. Censorship in America. It's on the rise. It's on the rise. It's everywhere. I'm going to try to raise my voice today because it's so quiet here. I'm the only one. I'm the only sound. And again, these streets are usually very, very busy and congested and people running around and doing stuff right now. So I'll just take a little walk, let some people get in the room. Good morning, Vanderloo. Thank you. Thank you. We are here in New York City, the Soho section of New York. Get the camera off me for a minute. You can see where we are. We're down here. If you want to Google map it, its zip code is 10012. Again, 10012. Prince Street and Mercer down here in Soho. Look at this. This used to be the thriving art scene in the late 70s, early 80s. Basquiat, Andy Warhol got their start down here. And before that, it used to be just shipping. A lot of manufacturing. You see a lot of the fronts are actually, the storefronts are actually loading docks. So, good morning, everybody. So we're going to talk about the censorship thing, right? It's getting bad. They're doing it now. It looks like big tech is doing it in plain view. They don't even care anymore. Like, they're not even hiding it. And that is a direct violation of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. And I mean, the ramifications, it's not like it's something new happening. It's happening and it's intensifying right now as we speak. And no one's doing a goddamn thing about it. Can we do anything about it? I don't know. I think we can. I think it's hideous and despicable and ridiculous that nobody is out in the street. And that's another part of the story I want to talk about, because people are starting to come out about a little bit. So first I want to talk about this allegation that New York City is becoming a little violent and crime is on the rise. Right? So I saw a piece in the New York Post today. It said, shootings, burglaries, excuse me, it's so early in the morning. Burglaries and auto theft surge in NYCHA complexes. So in New York City housing, isn't it eerie down here? You see, you gotta love the cobblestones, right? There's a couple of homeless guys sleeping on the steps over there, so I was gonna be a little careful. That's why I'm crossing over. There's nobody around, you know. So there's a crime. Crime is on the rise, they say, in New York City housing. And what are those statistics? Auto theft up 38%. Shootings and burglaries up 17%. 10% uptick in shootings. 10% uptick in shootings. Shootings and burglaries both up 17%. Now listen to the nature of the crime. Listen to this. One mugging involved the pizza delivery driver, 21 years old, delivering a pizza. The man was run over and two attackers stole the pizza. Oh, fucking poverty crime. Poverty crime. Hungry for stealing pizza. Wow, I did that in college. For fun, not because you don't have any money and you're not hungry. I stole pizza because it was fun. I remember that shit. I don't know, it was one instance anyway. But isn't that sick that people are stealing food in America? Like a guy got run over for his pizza? Sick. New York Post loves that shit, man. So, what else do we want to talk about? I want to, oh yeah, there's a phenomenon going on in the city right now that I want to follow. Right? And that phenomenon is city bikes are thriving. City bike business is up. Morning. I was doing some bicycle maintenance. He's taking care of the horses. So, New Yorkers are flocking to bars and drinking in the street, suffering from what they're calling quarantine fatigue. Wow, a new term. Quarantine fatigue. Say it with me. Say it with me 3 times so we remember it. Quarantine fatigue. Quarantine fatigue. I'm suffering from quarantine fatigue. Although someone just said in the comments that the bikes are out, but nobody's riding them. People will come alive. It's a little early in the morning. The New Yorkers will come out and ride the bikes. But this neighborhood is not about New Yorkers. This neighborhood is about tourists. And that's what's fundamentally lacking. There's no tourists on the street. And you just see these very buffering. Okay, are we back on? Buffering? I saw the buffering going on. Damn censors are. Goddamn censorship. Is that what it is? Are we back? Yeah, we're back. Okay, it's buffering. You know, I'm moving within. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm moving within cellular connections. My tongue is tied this morning. Excuse me. Oh, this is a cool doorway. Oh, I love this doorway. I never know where it is until I pass it. All right. I'm in the New York Museum right now, downtown. This is the Soho section of New York City. Zip code, if you want to Google map it, it's 10012, and you'll see exactly where I am. There's some cool art right here. I don't know what it is, man, but it's whack. It's fucking whack, right? I got to add my sticker to this now, right? Because that's what I do, man, as an artist. This is art we're doing right here. This is video art. This is cutting edge video art in the world of new media, right? Is that what we're doing, right? We're speaking our minds to each other without any interruption. Or should it be that way? Are we being interrupted? We are. We can't make money. They won't let us make money. But that's okay. We can make money because we could support each other, which is what I want to talk about later. So if you're joining us late, we're down here in the Soho section of Manhattan, and we're talking about censorship in America on the rise. And before I was just talking about quarantine fatigue, that people are raucous late sessions like Mardi Gras. This is the pouring out into the streets. New Yorkers are fucking sick of quarantine, right? And they're pouring out. And in front of bars, because it's takeout, legally, they can serve something takeout. They're not responsible for someone standing on the street drinking a beer, which is technically illegal. You can get a ticket for that, open container. But I have not seen that to be the case, where people are getting summonsed yet. So we're gonna stay on the prowl for that. I did see in Brooklyn a few nights ago. I did observe 2 police cars with red lights flashing around a group of people that were doing exactly what I just said. They were standing out on the street in front of a bar with cups and open containers, having a beverage, talking to each other. Wow, for shame, right? Some of them had masks on, some of them didn't, but they were out in the street and they were communicating to each other. And that's the protest. You want the protest? Protest guys, you guys, the fucking lefties. You want to protest? Protest by going out into the world. That's how you protest. Protest. I'm protesting right now. I'm not wearing no fucking mask. You know what I mean? Like I'm living my life, man. I'm doing my thing. This is a bad spot right here. This is a really bad spot. I could see the buffering popping. I keep walking. So that's a phenomenon. We're going to keep watching that and see if it continues to grow. So here's the big story, right? So censorship is how. Oh, I want to make a shout out as well to Bobby Potter's Field, the band Potter's Field. Sent me videos of his music. I like this idea, guys. I like this. People, if you are watching this and you are a musician or some kind of whack artists, anything, I'll do stand-up, whatever you got, right? Let's do this, because the idea of using commercial music is a killer on YouTube. It kills you. It kills your channel, right? So Bobby of Potter's Field sent me a whole stack. I'll play the songs. I can't do it now because I'm walking around, Bobby, but I will play it. And it's live takes, live music. Wow, so it was so interesting, right? And that's what I want. If you guys could help, if you want to promote your music, this is a great way to do it, right? I'll put it on. It's just, show me where it is, and you have to email me. You have to email it to me. Go to my website. The email address is there. You have to email it to me because I need permission. I need your permission to do that, so that some jerk off, because this is what the jerk offs will do. They'll send you music and then you'll use it and they'll copy strike you. Right? But if you give me a letter saying that you're giving me permission to use the music and you own it, then I know you're for real. So that's how that has to go. It can't just be, comment, look at my music. Look, more mask art. More mask art. What have we become? Look at this. It's fucking mask art. This guy looks like Steve Bannon, doesn't he? It's Steve Bannon. It's Steve Bannon. Masks are cool. Promote wellness, not fear. Immune. That's what that says. I think someone's adding that. Promote wellness, not fear. Immune. I hope they're not talking about vaccines, whatever the message there is, right? So here's another crazy story. So send me your music, man. I'll play it before, during, and after. I like live. Conte likes live. I like live takes. So do live takes. Send me live clips of you. Doesn't have to be high quality. That's the charm, right? That's the charm of live music, is that it doesn't have to be live. It has to be the performance has to be there. The performance. That's what I'm looking for. The performance, right? So maybe that's where we're going with this, right? Right, we're merging news with art. Ooh, wow. Who would have known that, man? Who would have known that? Right? Who could have ever predicted that would have happened, right? That we're experiencing a cultural merge, a merge of media, news. News, that's so boring. Fucking news. Who cares about the news? And music. Oh. Or comedy, or I don't know. Fucking, what do you do? Sing and dance? Go ahead, do it. Sing and dance on a video, right? I'll play it. I want to see what you got, man. And I'm going to be critical. I'm going to be critical. I'm not going to be a dick. I'm not going to be a dick about your music and your art. I'm going to be critical. I'm going to give you opinions. I'm going to tell you, because I'm so important and I'm so famous now, that I'm going to tell you exactly what I think of your stuff, right? For good and bad. And I'm going to help you promote yourself. I'm going to help you. Good morning, JB. Good morning, everybody in the chat. I'm going to help you help yourself. Some wild art. I think this is the French. I don't know what it is, man. It's pretty cool, though. You could see somebody took a lot of time to put that up. It's actually stapled. See that? That's some funky fucking art, man. See, this is something out of respect. You don't put a sticker on this, right? It's so well done. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. I got my mask on. Oh shit, I got my mask on. Oh man. Man, I got my mask on. Look at this one. Love your mask. It should say love your diaper. Love your face diaper. I ain't loving it at all, man. I'm not having it, man. So some banks have received grand jury subpoenas. Did you hear? I told you the banks are thieves. They're ripping off people, man. The banks. So breaking news, the big banks subpoenaed in federal probe of possible coronavirus loan fraud. Oh, they were supposed to give the money, loan the money to the small business, but they don't want to do that. They want to choke the small business and then eventually buy them so that they can own them. They have no interest in working. The big banks have business in working with small businesses? No, they got all these millions of dollars, this free billions, free trillions. The government keeps, fucking giving them money, right? They give them, the government gives them money, right? And then they lend it to you, right? And then you're in default. You're fucking belly up because you can't pay them back at 23%, and they get a free ride, right? That's the credit game, man. It's the credit game. You can't win that. That's monopoly. That's oligarchy. Keep saying it over and over again. People think I'm fucking like a broken record saying it. All right, so some banks have received grand jury subpoenas over $660 billion in coronavirus loans to small businesses got misappropriated somehow. And the culprits, when you say, though no big names were mentioned, the four big banks that were involved in participating in the program, says Steve Mnuchin, are J.P. Morgan Chase. Well, he didn't say. He didn't say, but they said the big banks. But upon further investigation, the big banks are J.P. Morgan, Citigroup, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. And you could probably include some of the investment banks, probably Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. Right? You could probably include those too. Right? So the shenanigans going on, definitely shenanigans going on at the banks. How predictable. Banks stealing money, taking the money from the Treasury. They're supposed to, their job is to distribute it to the little people. Isn't it fucking weird Soho is empty like this? And instead, as usual, they take that money, they put it in their pocket. You can't make it up, the times we're living in. Right? So let's talk about the main story. Let's talk about censorship in America. What's happening? What is happening in our great nation with censorship? Thank you, everybody, for joining me. If you're joining me late, we're down here in Soho. We're live. And I see the comments loud and clear, but I can't walk and talk at the same time because it just confuses me. It's distracting. So, censorship. What is censorship? Censorship is telling you to shut the fuck up. Right? Don't talk about that. Why? What are you talking about that for? Why are you talking about that? You talk about this. Right? Why do you want to talk about that when you could be talking about this? That's censorship. Right? What the fuck difference does it make what I talk about? God damn it. Why can't I? This First Amendment says I'm allowed to talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. I could talk about what I want to talk about. Right? Right? That's my freedom. That's my Americanness. And if you're watching abroad, we have that in the First Amendment. It's called the First Amendment. We have that in the Constitution. It's called the First Amendment. The freedom of speech and freedom of the press and the right to assemble. And we've lost all those things in the name of a fake virus. And it's not just in the name of the fake virus. It's been going on for quite a while, censorship in America. But you baloob is at the center of it, it seems. Googie go. You see how I have to censor myself? This is fucked up in America, right? This should have never been. It should never have been like this, right? But this is where we're going. So recently, this is not new, but this is a recent story. YouTube censors epidemiologist Nut Witkowski, Nut, that's his name, K-N-U-T, Nut Winkowski, for opposing lockdown. His video had 1.3 million views. Now, I had a couple of videos already that had a couple of thousand views, and they swiftly got knocked down. For, I don't know, now they're saying, oh, no, that was a copyright problem. That is copyright. No, copyright. No, it wasn't because you were talking about something that you shouldn't have been talking about. So that's what they're doing. They're moving the goalpost. That's a violation of your First Amendment. First Amendment. It does not fucking matter that it is a publicly, that it's a private company. It's a publicly traded company, Google. And they have to play by the rules. It's not just because you're a private company, you don't have to allow people their First Amendment rights to free speech and freedom of the press. Now, look, Google has the right to monetize. I would agree that they have the right to monetize whatever they want. But I don't agree that they have the right to throttle search engines where fake news, Fox, CNN, MSNBC, what I would call fake news, gets pushed to the front of the pack because they're more authentic. They're only more authentic because they pay. Right? To me, that's censorship. The most overt form of censorship is taking your video and deleting it. Right? That's obvious. But the milder form is, oh, no, you could speak. You could speak. You can make videos all day long. We're not stopping you from making videos. We stopping you from making videos? No. But you want people to see your videos. You want people to see your videos? Oh, that's we have a policy. We have a policy that says that your speech has to be along the lines of the official narrative. See, if you're not speaking along the official narrative, that's bad for business. And that's we can't have that. We can't have you speaking your mind. You have to speak our mind. And then we have so that's a form of censorship. It's like saying you don't need a vaccine. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to wear a mask. Oh, you want to get on the subway? You want to take the subway? Oh, no, there's no masks. See, as long as you're far away from people, you don't have to wear a mask. You want to get on the subway? You got to wear a mask. See, that's how it works. That's how tyranny, authoritarianism works. Oh, you want to your kids want to come to school? Oh yeah, there's no problem. There's no problem there. But they can't come to school without a vaccine. See, public schools are free, and you can come to the public school. But they're not vaccinated, so they can't come to school. Right? They can't come to school, and if you homeschool them, the parents can get in trouble for that. Vaccines are not required, but if you go to school, you see what I'm saying? That's what's happening. That's not really what I'm trying to say about censorship, but it's along those lines. But so this guy, this Dr. Nutwhacker, Witkowski, he had a video up 1.3 million views. YouTube aggressively tamping down on, quote, misinformation, opinions and ideas contrary to official narrative. All this doctor said was, social distancing only prolongs the virus. He promoted herd immunity on YouTube. Not promoted, he just spoke his mind about it. And for that, they took his video and threw it in the garbage. 1.3 million views. That is dangerous. You know how dangerous that is to a free country, a free people? That should make everybody so irate. And not just because I'm a YouTube guy talking about it, right? But because it affects, I'm telling you, it affects what I say. It does. It does. It it doesn't allow, it curbs free speech when that kind of behavior starts to happen. There's one person on the street, and it's so loud right now, I could hear them. I'm not used to it, man. I'm bugging out, man, from the silence. I'm bugging out from the silence, man. It's just too fucking quiet around here. I need some noise. I like quiet, but this is an eerie quiet. This is quiet where it's never been quiet. Right? It's really spooky. Soho. If you want to Google map it, it's 10012 is the zip code. And you'll know exactly where I'm standing. Down here on Prince Street. Let's go. I used to live here. I'll go by the door where I used to live. So that's what's going on with YouTube. What's the solution? Let's talk about the solution. You know what the solution is? Go to marcusconte.com, right, and become a Patreon. And now this isn't. I want to make a pitch, right? Because a lot of times I feel like it's a cheesy pitch, like I'm almost like begging for people to become Patreons of this channel for $2 a month. And the way to fight back, I know it sounds like a pitch. It sounds like a bullshit pitch, but that's really, I'm not a beggar. It's not what I'm getting at. What I'm saying is that if you really want a community or someone leading a channel like this of free speech and current events, why not support it, right? Why not? Why are we angry at YouTube? YouTube could suck my ass. Who gives a shit about YouTube as a hub to put videos is good, right? Now, to demand and raise my fist in anger over YouTube not monetizing my channel or demonetizing it doesn't really make me angry. What makes me more angry is that people are still not aware that what I'm doing right now is viewer funded 100%. Right? There is no, and we're back. So the buffering is ongoing. Sorry about that. We're doing good. We're still good. We are back. We're live. We're live from Soho. It's okay, man. We're still here. We're still together. And it's funny, I'm doing a censorship donation pitch, and suddenly the fucking power goes out, right? Ironic? Accidental? I don't know anymore, really. I don't know. So get involved, man. Get involved. Become a Patreon of this channel as a starter. $2 a month. It funds the effort. You got a couple of hundred people doing that, then I'm bulletproof. I don't need. I could say whatever I want, and if YouTube deletes it, I'll just post it somewhere else. And marcusconte.com, you'll find the video that got deleted. We win. That's how we beat the censorship game immediately, or at least at this moment. So do that, man. Become a Patreon. It's a good thing. It's good for you. Trust me. And send me your music if you're a musician. So finally, is any government official doing anything about it? Not really. But Trump, according to the record, Trump slams radical left giants of social media. Quote, the radical left is in total command and control of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Google. All right, so Trump is flexing muscle, That's a good thing. Point out the censorship, but it's a distorted version of Trump's version of censorship. They're not giving me enough attention. That's Trump promoting the Republican Party. He's not promoting free speech and freedom of the press. He's only promoting it because it doesn't serve the current system doesn't serve him right now because right? Where was he speaking about freedom of the press and free speech an hour ago? Only now when it affects him. But nonetheless, the administration is working to remedy the situation, says Trump. Civil subpoenas for antitrust law violations centering on Google have been issued. Yeah, okay. What are they going to do? Pay a fine? Google making billions of dollars, they're going to pay a couple of $1 million in fines? Is that what's going to happen? I bet your ass that's what's going to happen. They're going to win again. The only way to beat them is to walk away from them. Don't be dependent on them. More mask art. It's mask art. This guy got scribbled over. Ooh, this is a good shot right here. Check this out. I love you. I love you. Mask porn. Oh, I love you. People are having sex with masks on. Oh, yes, I love the mask. It makes me feel the mask. It makes me feel like I can be myself. I can be myself. No one knows who I am. Oh, give it to me. That's mask porn right there. Look at that shit, man. It's fucking crazy, right? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, unless you're a Patreon and you're making art for the channel, I'm just kidding, man. Just suggestions, man. There's no requirements here. I'm just giving you my take on it. All right, so Marcus Conte reporting. We're down here in Soho. That was all my details for the day. This is pretty cool right here. Check this out. Oh, man. New York City, Rikers Island. Hot chicks behind bars. Hot chicks behind bars. Who's this one? Kate Moss. Let's look at them one by one. This is worth viewing. So there's Kate Moss. And she's over 6 feet. I don't believe any of them are over 6 feet. Here's Cindy Crawford. She's got to be like 80 years old by now. And who's this chick? This is Model Mayhem. What's her name? Oh, Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields. She's like 70 years old. Well, anyway, man. It's pretty cool art, right? It's pretty cool art. So, keep crashing, man. The CIA is here. Hello, authorities. We're speaking our minds. We're speaking openly, and we're being censored. Is that what's happening? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Why is there 3 crashes in one stream? Why 3 or 4 crashes per stream? We keep buffering. I know. I know. We're going to fight back. We're fighting back. We're still here. There's no tech. There's no damn reason why that should be crashing. There's nobody on the street. There's plenty of. We're not competing with 1,000 cell phones. There's nobody here. So that's the way to rebel. The way to rebel is become part of the revolution, not by standing outside with a stupid sign, protesting, but by protesting with your money and your influence and what you choose to view. That's how you rebel, or what you choose to buy and not buy. That's how we win. Let Google choke. Who gives a shit about Google? Know the truth. If you're armed with the truth and you're supporting the truth, then you're living in the truth. You don't need that other shit. That's what I'm talking about. So thank you all for joining me. Marcus Conte reporting on censorship in America getting really bad. Trump making a little bit of a move. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Maybe he'll do some antitrust law investigations, throw a couple of Googles and a couple of Twitters in jail, because that's really what you have to do. If it's a civil case, it's nothing much is going to change, because they'll pay that fine, and nothing will change. But when you cuff them because they're in violation of the First Amendment, it is a civil issue. But it's important. And today we're going to be walking around. I'm going to be walking around, trying to see if bar people are crawling out of their holes. It's going to be a kind of a nice day, a little maybe 65 degrees in New York, which is pleasant. And we'll see if people come out and start to socialize, start to violate the 6-foot rule or whatever that is, and the mask rule, whatever that is, because it's all gray. It's all goalposts moving. Right now, they're moving the goalpost on everybody. Hopefully, I won't get into any fistfights today. That's always fun. That was good, man. What do you guys think of that shit, man? Let me know what you thought of that incident in front of Ferrara's, the pastry joint in Little Italy. That was damn interesting, man. I wish I would have gotten better audio of that guy, and I wasn't using the stabilizer at that moment because I was sitting with the kid with a handheld camera. Had the camera handheld, and so I really wasn't set up to really capture him. I couldn't do this. I couldn't swing around at him like I can with the stabilizer. You know what I mean? I couldn't. I was a little behind the 8 ball on that one. But the conversation was incredible, right? A boss disciplining his subordinate worker, right? Because he was tired and he wasn't used to working and his fucking feet hurt and he sat down. Or was he? Was he hiding? Was a young kid, young rock star kid? He's like, I don't want to work in a fucking bakery. Fuck you. I'm going to go outside and smoke until you fire me. Fire me because then I'll get unemployment. Right? Maybe that's what it was, right? It's very possible. We don't know the full length of that story, but we do know that the Ferrari, fire codes, he was talking about fire codes. Oh, you can't disappear, there's a fire code. You're fucking full of shit. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. That's a bullshit story. You lost control of that kid, right? You hired him and he's dissing you, or you're saying it is, and just fire him, man. Why are you outside on the street arguing with some guy with a camera, telling him to get off your curb, yelling at me, saying I'm sitting on his pallet? The guy was a dick. He was the dick. Right? He was the dick, because I could have been a bigger dick. I could have been a dick, but out of respect for the kid, because I didn't know the kid's story, I let him go. Right? I let him go. I let him off. So that's about it before the camera crashes. We'll get out of this safely. I hope yes, Jason Walsh. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Give me the comments. Let me see who's here. Jason Walsh, hypocrisy knows no bounds. Johnny Sandtrap, we should have met up at AC on the boardwalk. Yeah, Jersey's humming. CV in the house. Thank you. Bruce, we're surrounded by terrorists. Yeah, man. Thanks for watching, guys. That's how this works, man. Thank you. Chris Mike here. Me so hungry. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, man. Mark Conte reporting from New York City. I think I'm the only one here. Where's CNN when you need them? Where's Fox? Where are they? Nathan Purvis, I saw you in there. Vanderloo, have a good morning. Thank you. You too. Everybody have a good time, man. Be gentle with each other as you start to come out. I'm trying. I'm trying my best to be gentle with people, to know they're traumatized and they're desocialized and they're a little dysfunctional right now. And I get that. I understand that. Me, on the other hand, I haven't lost a goddamn thing. To me, this is a party. I'm having the time of my life, man. That's what you should be doing. Have the time of your life. When will you ever? When New York fills up again with when the rat race kicks in again, you're not going to see me walking around here, man. I'll be fucking down by the beach or something. I'll be back in my little park in Brooklyn, staying away from all this shit, man. Because I don't like it, man. It makes me viscerally ill when I see people climbing that food chain, just climbing that corporate ladder, fucking greed. Oh, get in front of the guy in front of you. Compete. Right? And you got a president that's all about that, Mr. Fucking Apprentice. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool doorway, right? Some pretty cool art down here in Soho. I like it, man. Yeah, I think we're definitely being monitored. It's AI monitoring, right? And it definitely chops you out when you're talking about something. You could tell what you're talking about. Just like, hey Google, right? If I say that and you have it in your house, hey Google, Marcus Conte, who is he? Right? Just as the audio awareness, the ability to do that, to read what people are saying in real time now is that technology is very advanced. So that's why these videos are getting chopped out, because it violates the official narrative, which, when you think about that, is preposterous. It's a preposterous idea to know that if you speak against the official narrative, you're fucked. That's just no kind of country I want to live in, man. And people, you know, there's always that. You ever see that? I'll leave it on this. You ever see that that meme where there's all these people on their knees, and there's this table on top of the people on their knees, right? And it's a bunch of rich cocksuckers playing cards, and all the people are under the table, holding up the table. The people are holding up the table for the oligarchs to play cards, to gamble with everybody's lives. Right? And what they don't realize, what the people don't realize, is that all they got to do is get up. And the game is over. If they got up, the game's over. Right? Stand up. Marcus Conte reporting. Become a Patreon of the channel. Go to Marcus Conte right now and do that. And peace and love. Marcus Conte reporting. Over and out.